ever wondered what somebody's real life homeschool classroom, home looks like? Before I started out, I was always that person asking people, can I be a fly on the wall and see you at your homeschool, do what you do, and see how you organize your schoolroom? I mean, I think there's a valid place for those questions, for those requests, but I can also at the same time see why people didn't just say, oh yeah, come on in, be a fly on the wall, watch us do school. I get it. I had to figure it out on my own, and I'm still learning, but I wanted to give you a little sneak peek, and this is a peek into real life, okay? And the purpose of this video is to just show you our room is not Pinterest perfect, our house is not Pinterest perfect, and we also do school here. We managed to get school done, and it's functional. So if you're curious, I'm going to take you on a brief tour of our schoolroom. So our schoolroom is really a sunroom that we've converted into a schoolroom. If you want to see behind me, there's our deck. And starting in this corner, we have handwriting. I like bins. I like being able to throw something in a bin and know that everything in that bin is basically the same category. So here we have handwriting practice, wiki sticks, dot-to-dot books, lined whiteboards, cool science. This evolved from my son being involved in some of the science camps a couple summers ago, and he was given a lab coat, which was really a t-shirt cut open in the front so it looked like a lab coat. We keep it stowed in here with some publications from Kiwi Crate. That was a gift a couple Christmases ago. Some geode rocks that he's cracked open. We have these water paintbrush books. We have sticker books. Various painting books, though, with water, specifically water. Here we have some phonics games, a memory game. Let me give you an overview of that. Matching game with nature, phonics bingo, where we form short words, and phonics dominoes, and then the bingo over here, the rhyming bingo and sight word bingo. That's good for emerging, readers, people that are just starting out to read words and put sounds together. And here we have puzzles for the little one to keep his hands busy. Here we have this area with some games that I've accumulated over the years. A lot of these are from Chick-fil-A. Our nature study section with field guides, nature notebooks. Down below we have classical conversations, history books. Our little fact cards go in here. So they're arranged by time period, artists and composers. But then we also have our medieval time period, the Middle Ages, history cards. They use these throughout classical conversations, the foundations program. We have all the other time periods over here. Here we have our Craft Central, craft box, Play-Doh. Down below we have markers, crayons, scrap paper, coloring books. An easel. This is mainly for the kids' use. Origami. My son is into origami now. These little filing drawers, I'm finding a use for them. Right now they house empty folders, empty spiral notebooks. A cart where during the school year, I put lined paper here, and here's construction paper for their own use whenever they want throughout the day. Here we have things that really my 2-year-old son shouldn't be getting into, but unfortunately he has many a time. Okay, here we have my son's toolbox, and each child has their own project drawer. So these are projects that are specific to one child. My son's working on woodworking, and he likes these snap circuits a lot. My daughter is into crafting, and she's decorated a cape right there. They each are supposed to have their own folder where they keep little things that they're proud of that they've made over the months. My daughter loves drawing. And so she'll make things from time to time, and I want to encourage them to keep them in these folders. And down here is just an extra place to keep Play-Doh stuff. And then we have our table where we hope to do a lot of our school. Little table for little ones with a whiteboard for letter, word work, that kind of thing. File boxes where I've kept over the years our school filed by week. And each cycle in Classical Conversations has a box. Things I want to sell, things that the 2-year-old's not supposed to get into right here. And here we have Bob books. We have our Classical Conversations memory work flip books right here. Some educational and I guess you could say books on CD and that kind of thing over here. Language arts, resources, mainly for me. Here we have, this might be something I want to incorporate into our morning time eventually, but this is awesome. A Latin in church coloring book. A friend on Instagram makes these, but she sells them on Amazon. Here we have preschool books for little hands. Here we have math manipulatives. Keep in mind, I taught elementary school a few years ago, so I have kept some of my things from that time period. Math books, some read alouds, math read alouds, letters, resources, reference books, collections, more collections and reference books for kids. We have our favorite living books. So I like the bin system, like I said. I think it's really helpful to have just a place to stash things of the same category. I'm not into lining up things on a shelf. That's just not me. Especially if kids are going to be putting their hands in it, they need to know where to put it. They need to have a place to put their genre or whatever you would call it. So for me to read a chapter book and put it back in this bin, this is mainly for me to use, this read aloud bin. But we also have readers for my son, who's an emerging reader, and my daughter. Science, history, and then our picture study portfolios are here. We have a printer. We do not have a copying machine. This is a random remote control. We have a laminator, which has come in handy, but I don't use it all the time. Some of my son's creations. Here's the model for the human body he had put together at one point in time. And then any pictures that my kids have produced that they're really proud of or that I think are particularly, worth showing off, I put up there throughout the school year. But this is summer project. They did this yesterday. And then my son's woodworking, a robot he and Daddy put together, and a calendar, some geodes, random plants. I like plants. They make me feel like we're kind of outside. I have a pocket chart that I'm going to put to use hopefully this year, and some guiding questions up at the top for me just to keep, my mind right, and the kids too. We've done some of our morning time at this table, but a lot of our morning time is done in the kitchen, and our school, a lot of it's done in the kitchen. And so that's why I have this bookshelf over here, because this is the stuff that I use on a daily basis in school. Bibles, now we have commentaries, we have our Classical Conversations CDs for memory work and timeline, and then we have the boombox we use, some binders I put together for morning time for the kids, and then our reading curriculum is going to go up here. We're letting somebody borrow it right now. This is our book of centuries, where we add dates and kind of talk about the story of history instead of just memorize the chronology. Chores, before dinner and after dinner chores, but honestly, at this point, I've been telling them to do their chores instead of having them draw a chore. This was mainly for the training time we were doing about a year ago, and a whiteboard for the schedule, but as you can see, it looks like a mess right now. So I'm going to be working on that and getting it looking organized. Our morning basket, our hymn study, our picture study, geography, maps, and their baskets that they've used in the morning this summer. All right, we love our backyard. We love looking outside, and we're going to try to get outside more this school year. I love going outside throughout the day. So that's it, y'all.